those little lines on the top side of your chain are there to let you know when you should discard it. However, they are at the proper filing angle and can be hard to see, so you can just use a speed square and a Sharpie on your vise. Just make sure it's set at the width of your bar. If you're one of those people that has trouble filing over the power head, you can place the saw upside down in your vise. Just lock it down more toward the tip, and that'll leave your teeth at the proper direction for filing. And free up that space to work. Just make sure you leave your chain brake accessible and free of obstacles. For filing in the field, you can take a small diameter tree. This method works well even if your saw is pretty dull. You can just plunge through it, cut a couple inches down, and then your saw will be at a nice height for filing comfortably. If you need to rotate your chain, it works best just to get a hold of it. Slide the bar out, rotate the chain. And that works really well. It's simple, but keeps you off the ground. Okay, so I'm going to show how to use nothing but your saw to create a caveman style hammer and wedge so that we can make a stump vise. Voila, hammer. If you cut a small diameter tree pretty close to the ground, just leaving room to cut your wedge out, then it'll stay secure while you're making those cuts. And wedge. Okay, so this method is not nearly as practical as the previous method where you just plunge through a small diameter tree. However, if you have a good stump and can make a stump vise and are going to be doing a lot of cutting in one area where you can keep coming back and reusing this, then it's definitely a handy tool to have. And I typically start by just making a couple angle cuts and then splitting those in half. Usually cut down the center of the stump about 8 to 12 inches. And then by twisting the saw in the cut, you can kind of work up and down, kind of widening that kerf out. So you start creating an area where your vise can kind of grip the bar of the saw, but your chain can still spin freely. It looked like I needed to widen the left side of that out a little better. Okay, now I'm going to create some hinge wood for my vise to function. Grab our previously made caveman tools. And then you can hold the saw with your left hand and then use your right hand to drive the wedge in there. Then you can kind of use your left hand too, kind of wiggle up and down to make sure the saw is secure. And if it's not, drive your wedge a little harder. All right, there you have it. Stump vise. Chain can move freely for filing. You can get it at a whatever height you would like. And you can reuse it over and over. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.